Okay, hello and welcome back to Reus 2. Let's try another weekly challenge. Hopefully we'll do alright in this one. The last one we did pretty well in, so I'm hoping we can get a post 1000 one. Especially seeing as we've got Ocean, Rocky Boy and Swamp. That's quite good. But we're forced with final error for the Sludge Core. We'll see how we do, and we start with a villain. Here we got Harpy, Dugong and Pomegranate. I have 3-starred the Sludge Co one, but I don't remember me particularly liking it, so we'll keep that in mind. As far as biomes go, however, we've got all of them, which is great. With the villain, so he likes to be near things that are dangerous, so I wonder if we maybe put him with maybe like partially rainforest, partially a desert, I think would probably be the best shout. So yeah, we'll pop him down here. We'll give him a little bit of desert once he inevitably settles. And then that should be good for us. Yep, there we go. Lush Grove, you can have a little bit of desert over here, and then we can think about what we want to put down. You want wealth, so we could always go for the incredibly boring thing of just getting some agate down. I don't think that's a bad idea. And then over here, what can we do for you in terms of the animals? We can put pit vipers down. We do actually have jungle fowls from the start, which is also quite nice. And cinnabar, but that is science, that is not wealth. So we could put down amethyst, especially because there is a wealth booster there. Do we have a better... I mean, you are better base than the pit viper, so yeah, we'll do that, and we'll just go and put down a pit viper and probably a wee chickadee, or jungle fowl. And this should get them enough, especially seeing as they're also going to come out here and grab this quartz. That should be more than enough for them to be quite happy. Let's expand out this rainforest ever so slightly, and we'll probably do the same with this desert over here, and then maybe think about making some oceans, depending on who we get next. That should be more than enough for these guys to expand out. So they're wanting to still be glorious, it's fine. Who's our next person? The Sage. I think we do call the Sage. And I think what we do is we say, hey, let's get like a little bit of an ocean here. We're going to make a forest over here, but we'll make a rainforest to begin with. And then we'll probably change to a forest. I guess unless we want to set them... I mean, we set them up in the desert. Set them up on the edge of the desert, I suppose. Yeah, if we can like span one over one more. Because the problem is the desert can't really get you much in terms of food is the only thing. Yeah, like their plants are terrible for it. I think we just stick with what the original plan was and we put down a little bit of rainforest. I think that should be fine. We can always just change this over to a forest after this. In fact, if we put them on the coast, which I don't believe is a bad idea. If we put them on the coast, we can usually get their food through the ocean tiles, and that should mean that we're not using up too much of our eon on rainforest that we're not going to use afterwards. Let's have a little look at your stuff here. Yeah, let's get your stuff. You know what, seeing as you are obviously Nero or some other kind of Roman dictator, we'll give you a Colosseum. So be it. I think that makes the most sense, and especially given that we do have the Predator tags, that makes a nice change. There we go, good amount of wealth. Now, as for your wealth, I think we just go into the desert and we get our lovely lapis lazuli. There's nothing wrong with it. And we can expand you out over here just a little bit. So we've got a quartz. What do we want? So we want you to be probably there. So we want the topaz, and then we're going to want the jasper. Boom, boom. That gives you stuff there. We've run out of Eon, but it's fine because these guys will come down and settle in just a second, and we'll get it back. Just gotta make sure that we do actually expand 3 times in the first bit. That'd be it's always a good idea. There we go. So you're getting your topaz, you're getting your jasper. Boom, boom, boom. You come down. You have actually expanded it into the ocean as well, which is very, very nice. So we want to grab ourselves a herring. Or 15 food. That's quite a lot of food. No dugong at the moment. It's quite a small sea, but I imagine we'll try and expand this out if we can later on. I think we'll need to put down a second herring, which is fine, as long as it's not a red one. And we'll pop down the lapis lazuli here. This should give them more than enough money. It should give us another draft as well, which is really good place to get. Yeah, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. So much money, so much gold. You'll love to see it. There we go, and the Sage Settlement got there as well. Now, how do we want to go about this? I think what we do is we just see who's here. I think we call the Huntress. Say like food and gold. We just expand this desert out all the way over here because we're going to change this to a forest afterwards anyway. We pop you kind of about here-ish, I would say. And we're obviously going to have a little bit of desert, but you're probably mostly going to have safari. Now, over here, we could go for the herder's hut. I think we go for... I mean, we could possibly change it later on. There's nothing wrong with getting the herder's hut at the moment, actually, because at least it is giving us food at the moment. It's the one thing that, you know, can be quite useful. So let's do that. Let us go into the ocean. We'll draft the ocean. It means we can then get something like the tuna. Normally I would say, oh, let's get pearls, but now let's get tuna. You love a bit of tuna. Boom, boom. Unfortunately, they're not herbivores, but they are still pretty good. Not enough biodiversity to add you in. That is a shame. Now, we could... It's a lot of Eon to do, though, in the first age, unfortunately. But we are just about to put you down. So let's pop you down about here, and I think that's probably a good place. Gives enough time to spread people out. We could double change these guys for the anchovies, which I don't think is a bad idea. At least this, it does give us slightly less food, but it gives us more biodiversity. We can sit there. We can pop down tuna fish. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. That's a lot of food. Especially because we can get that, and then we can go ahead and we can pop down ourselves a herring. That then boosts you up, because you have the maximum amount of food. There we go. Also gives us, no, it doesn't give us a herbivore, unfortunately, because it's not the tuna is not a herbivore. That was the entire point of what I was saying before, but never mind. Now, over here we want to have animals, so, and you will want gold. Would be nice. I mean, I guess we can probably put down a sand cat. I think maybe we kind of go this bit and we kind of have savannah over here, but it's difficult to say. Let's actually buy a crevice to begin with, because and we got to think about where we're going to put things. I think we send rainforest person over here and we say, hey, expand out this ocean. So we are going to want this ocean to expand out. You're going to steal some money from the sage. It's fine. Sage isn't going to really want money anyway. It's more about the food that he cares about. So yeah, we expand that on out. I guess we do just get a sandcast here. It's nice for the extra gold. And then we can just get... Oh, no, time's come for a new era. But that's alright. It won't be enough money to do what we want, but... Or maybe it will. Maybe it will. Because this sandcat's got a massive boost. Huge boost. But it's not what we're looking for anyway. We're actually just looking for food. So, yeah, let's continue to the next era, because at least that means we can start to do our second biome. So, I think probably the easiest thing to do is do the Monument Age. We can't do the Neolithic Revolution. So I think, yeah, we do the Monument Age. It's going to give us the Eon limit for future, as well as some upgrade points. And yeah, so we've already got the first star. We just need to have 2 element biotica within his borders. Good stuff, and that's come over here. And we'll pop down the Jeroba. And boom, there we go. So that should be your animals all done. We're going to change this over to forest. We're going to go to our drafts, and we're going to actually draft the forest to get our beloved apple trees, because of course we do. It feels like that's all I do when it comes to my sages in the forest, but it's just too good. I can't help it. I don't think we're going to want to run Taiga just yet. What we will do is we will change, once you're done there, we'll change this area here into Savannah. I think that's probably a good idea. So yeah, let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Good stuff. We'll change that into Savannah. And then we've got a nice big desert, as well as a whole bunch of Savannah here. Yep, there we go. Nice. We can always use our extra population that we're going to get in just a second to help expand that out. Now, what do we need? So, we want to have pear tree here. Probably want to just have a squirrel to just boost up that biodiversity, so we can pop down our first apple tree. There we go. And there we go. This should be the sage happy for quite some time. Gives us another draft as well, which is great. Boom, boom. Okay, that should be you. Now, villain wants some elements within his stuff. So you count as a single element. Do we have any other? Well, we do have... Okay, so we do have the quartz. So if we grab this redstone here, we pop that there. We then want to pop an animal over here, but I wonder if we draft it. We've already done one in the desert. Let's do draft at the savannah for the moment. Are we going to want the spotted hyena or the zebra? I think we go zebra. Get some zebits. And we can do that over here. Or are you guys stealing? You're going to steal some more money from the sage. That's fine. You still not leveled up? I guess it is just a normal Jaroba, but we could get the gazelle. Instead, we can actually get the gazelle over here as well. So we go guinea fowl here. Boom, boom. Gazelle, I guess it's gonna have to be zebra there. Yeah, probably. And then we also, obviously, even though this isn't anything to do with our food, we are going to want our African wild dogs, because our African wild dogs are always just really good in the early game. There we go. Boom, boom. Are you interested in expanding? You should be. I'm just not quite doing it yet, so let us... Oh, you don't even have technology to purchase it. Oh dear. Right, what do you have? So we could get you Hunter, which I think is the right choice because we're not doing as great on our food animals as I potentially would like to, so let's do that. Should give you a whole bunch of food, and then we come over here and we say, hey, let's get our savannah herd. Lovely jubbly. Let's get ourselves on a crevasse as well, just to expand out these cities, so we have a little bit more room to play with, because these are probably going to be the main bits for both of these guys. So let's eke out a little bit more savannah from here. And that sounds pretty good to me. Not getting as much from the zebra as I would potentially like, but that's okay. Well, it's because they're not actually in line to grab it. And we've actually used up all of our Eon, which is not good. So, what can we do? Is there anything we can do to... we can upgrade a plant with some science. Now, who could we upgrade? Who would be best to upgrade as well? Not really any plants around you. You are just Viper and such. We could, I suppose, spend some of our money for terraforming charge and for a little bit of Eon too. That is always something we can do. I think we will do that, and it might sound mad, but we're just going to give this a little try. So we get the guys over here. We're going to pop down a tree, the Ramon tree. This should give us a little bit of science for the villain. Enough to get him to level 2, which means that we will get enough to get 5 technology. If we get 5 technology, then that means we can buy then the expansion. If we buy the expansion, he'll come over here, he'll grab the redstone. That guarantees we're at least getting the 2 wealth that we need. Or sorry, the 2 element biotica that we need in order to get the 2 star for the Monument Age. I think that's what we're going to do. Yep, so we'll pop down the Ramones. And then we come over here and we pop that down. We can even just give it plus 25. Might as well use that micro that we have. Still got 2 more, which we could put Centipede down. Centipede's good. Potentially as well if we put it down on a thing. Oh, we didn't even need to do that. They did decide they do actually want to expand. There we go. That's got our 3 star. They just need a little bit of a push in order to expand out over here. And then we're fine. Cool. Alright, so we haven't got any more Eon, but we do have a little bit of extra stuff we can get. I mean, I suppose we could put down the centipede on the zebra. The zebra isn't a bad thing to do. These African wild dogs are making a ridiculous amount of money as well. That is also an option. Yeah. I think we'll put it down on the zebra. Yeah, put it down on the zebra. And hopefully that'll make them interested enough that they will want to expand soon as well. Okay, but with that we've concluded the era, but it's alright because we've got the 3 stars. The people have completed the pyramid. Hey, there we go. Lovely. Nice one. Monument Age is complete. 3 stars means we get our Eon limit, get upgrade points, get extra draft charge, and some microcharges as well. Lovely. Love to see it. Now, I wonder, I mean, we could certainly go Revolution. It does give us 2 rerolls and a terraforming charge, but Merchant Age gives us 2 crevices. I think we have to go with that. Let's do the Merchant Age. So we want to have 3 cities with 8 money. Now, this should be a little bit easier given the fact that the governor, not the governor, sorry, the villain seems to aid in increasing people's wealth growth. The unfortunate thing is he keeps stealing it from everybody, so there is that. There is that. Okay, so what do we want from you? We don't actually know which one we want from you because they're all rather rubbish. So we'll ignore that for just now. Over here, what can we get from you? Theatre is interesting because it is already more than the mansion. We just need 1 more distinct biotica down. So yes, I think we go theatre. Especially seeing as all you care about is money. So be it. Off you go. Huntress is leveled up. Great. She's finally getting the population. She's come over here with the Zebits. You've leveled up as well. That's good. Now, what can we do here to get the Sage some moolah? Let's actually upgrade the ocean. Draft the ocean. What do we get? Olivine. Does give us barrelize as well, which is good. That is interesting. Some fish gives us food. To be fair, we don't really need to worry about food in the sea for the Sage now. The Sage is going to get everything he needs from that forest now that we've got it. So I think we actually come over here and we just use that gold booster, because that will be... now we'll need to double up. That's okay. We'll level this up. We can do that. That should be fine. We're not going to have Coral Diver because we don't really have any ocean plants. And do we have any domesticable animals? Well, of course we do. We have rabbits, so they are obviously domesticable. Let's actually go into the forest and see what we can draft as well. Cherry trees. Very good. Beavers. Decent. Pheasants. No. So boar is an idea. A cherry tree really works with what we're going to want for probably getting fruit gaming on the go. So I think you're going to have to go for mill rather than anything else. Yeah, so be it. Doesn't do anything for just now, but hopefully it will do in the future. Okay, so over here we get our olivine. There's not enough biodiversity. Silly me. So what we'll do is we'll pop ourselves down a little barrelize over here, because we want to make sure that we have enough wealth. Just to make sure that everything's happening okay. The villain gained 9 wealth from plundering the Huntress. I wonder how happy she is about that. Probably not very. So yeah, there we go. That's the barrelize down. This gives a massive boost to the biodiversity. Get the olivine down. And that's going to be a massive amount of wealth. Should hopefully, yeah, because you've also got sea treasure. So in terms of the rest of it, we could go put down a suckerfish here. Like so. I'll probably just pop that a herring. Seems to make the most sense. Boom, there we go. So yeah, that's you got 240 gold coming out of you. Boom, it upgrades our world trade. You have leveled up. What do you want? Tavern makes perfect sense to us here. So we'll go tavern. Because you are animals. Pretty much animal only. Right, let's come over here. Let's upgrade the savannah. What can we get? Not the best. Not the best. We could go Marabou. Marabou would give us some ability to go ugly gaming. That is true. I'm actually going to take a reroll here and see what we get. White Rhino is kind of what we're more looking for, because it is a herbivore. It's going to go with the Zebits. Cool. I'm quite happy with that reroll. Right. Speaking of that, let's get these guys over here. So you just want to be next to 1 more herbivore. Rhinos like to be next to 2 plant biotica. So we come over here, and we do want more plants because we want the gazelles to level up. So let us... Yam isn't really what we're needing. Go elephant grass here. We level you up, we get a rhino. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah. the rhino there. Can't get that there because we don't have quite enough of the biodiversity, but we will get there. We will get there. Yep, so pop that down. Good stuff. Could change that guinea fowl over to something else, but shall see. Now, as far as the white rhino goes, so you will give us gold, so we could do a gold bit here. Yes, so let's do that. There's actually nothing stopping us from doing even more plant-based stuff too. No. Interesting. Okay, let's actually put a yam down. And then let's get in a goosey. Because we should have enough biodiversity for the white rhino now. Indeed we do. Perfect. Good stuff. So that's going to be a huge amount there. You should be expanding out. Indeed you are. Fantastic. That should get you above 15 wealth, which is nice. You are above 15 wealth, so this should be us getting pretty close to world trade. Sage Town, you're looking a little bit unhappy with me, but that's mostly because I've completely ignored you. That is fair. I do understand your frustration. Now, how do we want to level this up? We could level this up to level 2, but we'll probably want to double down on apples. Let us... because the cherry tree wants to be adjacent to different things. So how do we want to do... in fact, we could even go further beyond and come over here. Let's actually buy ourselves an expansion. Boom, there we go. We've managed to level that on up. Good stuff. We'll expand you on out. There's nothing here. You've leveled up that to 2. We'll pop down... we can't put that cherry tree there, so we want animal, plant, mineral. You're actually better off here, aren't you? You're actually better off here. Yeah, okay, let's do that. We can do that. It's fine, we've got the Eon. So we'll go boom. Let's upgrade this to a pear plant, which is even better because that's now a plant booster. So then we come over here, and you're not going to be adjacent to a plant. We could always move the squirrel over. We could move the tin. The spinel is another option. So are we actually just going to upgrade all the... we did all this stuff to not have to, like, overwrite these squirrels, but I guess we are. So there we go. Pop that there. Could pop the spinel there. It is better, because it's also a gold booster, so I suppose we do. Yep, then let's get ourselves the squirrel. Is that enough to then get us biodiversity for the cherry tree? It should be. And then, boom. Do we have the terraforming to double all the tags? I think we do that, and I tell you why. As we do this, we pop down the cherry tree, and we should be getting so many fruit tags from this. Yeah, 8 fruit tags that we got from this, from having this anomaly here. So that's good. So you now have 8 fruit tags. So if we do get the jam maker, you're gonna pop off. You're gonna pop off something big. Let's have a little bit more draft. I feel like we're doing really well in terms of our availability for stuff. Desert salt is interesting. As is, I mean, bearded dragon's pretty cool. So is the prickly pear. I don't think we have much solitary gaming though. You do have some stuff. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, we could go fennec. Again, we don't have predators. Desert salt gets us a whole bunch of stuff for distinct barren bioticum. I think we go for a reroll, see what we get. Kookaburra and emus. This is interesting. Gold is actually kind of a no-brainer as well. I think maybe we go with the gold. Yeah, let's go with the gold. Gold is kind of a no-brainer. We're going to want it to help expand things up. We've actually got no goals or anything like that. But we've got so much population that I think, yeah, let's buy ourselves a crevasse. We're going to get more of them as well. We're just going to kind of think where we want to put people. Do we just kind of expand out over here? I mean, we've got this ocean here. That I think we could... let's see. Goddess and the Miner. I mean, we could expand this out. We're not going to get another expansion for a while, but we could expand this on out. We could change a lot of this into, like, taiga. Thing is, it's like we'd be putting the miner directly on top of the taiga, so we'd be losing out a lot of stuff to do it. But, or at least it's not going to be as effective, shall we say. Yeah, I guess it's kind of the best thing we can do for the moment. If we maybe put him more to one side, if we kind of put him like over here near the villain, at least that will mean that he's able to kind of expand into the tundra, and it means that because there's the ocean in the way, there's quite a lot of space between anything that we kind of put down here. Yeah, if we put him like on the edge here of the rainforest and the tundra, that's probably the best thing we've got. Hopefully someone's going to give us a task soon as well. We're doing very well in terms of tasks. Everybody's very disinterested. We've managed to do fairly well. Let's have a little look at our draft. So we'll go double taiga. Copper is pretty good, and it's kind of what we want. Yeah, we go copper. We're looking for metals, really. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll go again. Granite. Oh, when I say metals, I mean minerals. Granite is good, but it does go off animals. Nephrite is decent. Arctic Wolf is decent. We have no more rerolls, unfortunately. Tourmaline, I think out of both of them, the taiga, the granite is probably actually better. So it goes off the animals, but it's sets of animals and undergrowth, so it does mean that we have to get some food, which again is not ideal, but we'll live. We shall live. The old rainforest into tundra gameplay. I guess it's a bit cold just about here. It's one of the things I did quite like about the Reus one, is like how you made the various biomes was like based on how, like, you know, where you put the mountain dictated like where the rain couldn't fall, so that meant that created desert. I did quite like that. Oh, also there's I think you're maybe a bit lost, fish, but I suppose we have just risen the ground up from underneath you, so there is that. Okay, so yeah, what can we get over here? Well, we could probably actually make you a mountain of some respect. I think that's not a bad idea. So let's just crack down a mountain. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely. We can even... Oh, very cool. Yeah, Eon boosters. 3 Eon discount. Very, very nice. So, how do we want to do this? Well, we're probably going to want to put down level 2 stuff, I would imagine. So we'll pop that down first. And then, what do we have from you? Nothing really. We do have the skunk. Skunk's going to be quite useful. So I think we go ahead and we pop down this cranberry. This is good for science. And then we could probably just pop down tin and the granite, to be honest. Yeah, let's go tin. Boom. There we go. Good stuff. Get the tree down. Got plenty of Eon, so we've got nothing to worry about there. Boom, boom. There we go. Love to see it. You're expanding on out. Great. So you want more with a base science yield. I think we go for the granite, like so. And now, in terms of the animals, what can we do? I mean, we could always put down the skunk over here. A little bit further away, but I think that's fine. You like to be next to trees. To be fair, we probably do want a tree just to increase the lost amount. Good stuff. And then we'll want to have crossbill next to you. Outside the city limits, but that's fine. Boom, boom, boom. You guys are getting loads of stuff now. Toolsmith, I think, is good. Toolsmith's always good, especially for the miner, so we'll use you. Now we just need to make sure we're adding in enough minerals. Now the biodiversity is going absolutely crazy. You love to see it. Pop down the copper there. And we'll probably pop down a stone too. There you go. You're happy. You're a happy chappy. Getting loads of science, loads of stuff there, loads of wealth. What can we get for you? Weaponsmith could be a shout, but we don't really have anything that's particularly dangerous here, do we? Not really. Not really. You are giving us at least one distinct set of animals and undergrowth, so we do need more undergrowth. So I guess we could go carrot and blue bead. Additionally, I mean, the copper's up here. The copper doesn't... We can actually go ahead, put the blue bead there, and we'll pop the copper next door. Because it doesn't need to have adjacency bonuses. Doesn't actually need to be there, either. We could put the copper here, and hear me out. We can pop down the carrot. Now we need Ian to place that biotica, but that's okay. In fact, you know what? Just so I don't forget... No, we'll not do that just now. We'll buy ourselves another crevice. We've got another crevice we can use. Plenty of space here. We can get another city over here if we kind of expand this out. I think we'll be looking pretty good. Alright, let's use up our micros. Bee. Oh my goodness. Alright, you know what we're doing? We're coming over here. See that cherry tree that we have? The fact that we have a bee means we can give it even more fruit tags. So if we get, like, the orange tree or the maple, any of the good, like, high-level forest trees, we can get so many points from this. It's going to be ridiculous. Let's get it going. Speed you up, because, come on. We haven't got all day here. These are, like, hour-long videos at the best of times, so, come on. There we go. So, yeah, we can see here, 10 fruit tags. 10 fruit tags is just mental. If only we could get more of you in there. We can upgrade animals. Anything we could do? Actually, I think boosting up the white rhino, I don't think is a bad idea. The white rhino's doing some work. Very, very nice. You, we didn't actually finish you off. So do we actually have military bioticum in here? Is the question. I guess copper is technically military. So yeah, we do. So I guess weaponsmith isn't a bad shout. Yeah, let's get that. Boom, 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 boom. Nice, nice, nice. It's a lot of little extra science. Can't complain. So that's you okay for science. We just need more money. Good to know. And we've also got a little bit more that we can get. So do we have anything? Jeweled beetle for a little bit of extra money. You know what? We're going to put that on the copper for just now, just because that is also going to go for the weaponsmith. That should give them even more science. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Boom. A little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra that. Good stuff. You're straight chilling. We'll get to you in a second. The time has come for a new era. I think we're feeling pretty good. Let's go. There we go. Purses filled and pockets lined. Humanity celebrates its wealth. There we go. Everyone's very happy with the rock giant. And the merchant age is completed. 3 stars, lots of crevice, more Eon, and some more drafts. Good stuff. Continue. Right, now we've got Sludge Corp. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Because we need to maximize food. So for this... Also, we got Scarab, which is insane as well. I'm going to want to burn a lot of stuff for forests. And I think that means I'm going to be buying more drafts. I'm going to have to buy... quite a few, so we'll do that with our plentiful money. So yeah, let's burn you. Let's draft you. Oh, you love to see it. You just love it when a plan comes together. You get the orange tree straight off the bat. No rerolls required, which is good, because I don't think we had any rerolls. Oh, that's good. Right, we got 40 Eon to do stuff. So, that's going to be a little bit of a woohoo. Give you the ringsmith, because we'll probably do some more stuff with the desert stuff as well, because we do have gold as well. That we could put down when we get a second, but we need to concentrate on getting as much food as possible. Jam maker. It's all coming together. Oh, it's beautiful. That's so much food is just being gotten from that cherry tree. Oh, I love it. Right, how do we get all of this stuff here? So let us first of all upgrade this to level 3. We're going to be wanting to put down the grapevine. Boom. There we go. There we go. If only we could have got a plant upgrade there as well. That would have been immense. Now we do need just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. What do we have here? The guar. Guar's pretty good. Guar is decent. We'll put you down. You also don't cost anything. Me likey. Yeah, we'll pop the guar down. because there's plenty of distinct plant biotica. That should hopefully get us up to the orange tree. Let's actually while we're here, let's have a little look at the drafts. Let's get a desert level 4 diamonds. They are forever, or so I'm told. So yeah, I think we do get diamonds. As we get that and a gem will mean that Mr. Villain is going to be the richest man on the planet. I've just had a little look at our prosperity. That feels awfully low, but hopefully it's not too bad. It's going to be interesting because obviously with the sludge one, after 40 eon, they start to ruin the planet. So gonna have to keep that in mind. Right, let's pop down the square. And I'll admit it's been a while since I played with it, so try and remember what happens. Orange tree coming down. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my giddy aunt, that is a lot of fruit. That is a lot of fruit. That is so much fruit. Incredible. So much, so much. Surely you're expanding, you are. You're just sitting there, you're just getting 2,100. That's crazy. We have anything that can boost it up? No. No. I can only upgrade animals. That is a shame. Would have been nice to get even more. Oh, that reminds me, we do need to do a one where we don't expand at all. I just continuously forget about that. Look at that food. Oh my goodness, look at that jam. The jam maker is insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay, so you're gonna... Yeah, you should get to 60 population. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. That should also help out everybody else. It's just gonna be good. Now, is there anything else we can do to improve fruit production here? I mean, I guess there is if we go ahead and we put down another apple tree. That'll boost up this apple tree. We'll get a little bit more from that. That'll be good. We have the guar. Do we want to put anything else? We could just put down a red deer. Boost the biodiversity a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, you're at least getting a little bit more there. Good stuff. I don't think there's anything else we can do there. We're going to have the sludge coming in 15 eon. You've got to level up what you have. I think we go steak restaurant. Or do we go safari? You're doing fine for food. Let's actually draft the savannah. What do we have? African elephant is a very good one. That's giraffes, that's leopard. Would love to have the baobab, because it does help all the titans, but I think the African elephant's the better one. Let's go for the elephant. I don't think I've actually used the elephant in a while. Certainly in a while. So for that, we are going to want to have the steak restaurant. So that's going to give us the food. So be it. There we go. Good stuff. Right, how are we going to fit an elephant in here? Is the question. You want to be next to a tree, so do we actually change this over to a tree that we put out over here? And what kind of fruit tree can we get? Is the question. Because we do have the guar down already. I mean, you're popping off. Good stuff. Right, let's level you up. There we go. Done, done, done. Can't put you there. You do love to be next to a tree. We don't have a tree here. We are gonna have to sacrifice you. I'm sorry. I think we just popped in another pear tree. I think I'll be fine. So let us get the giraffe. We'll pop you there. You better not be expanding here. You should be expanding here if you... Yeah, you're interested. You're not sending out anybody. You know what? We're actually going to ensure this by making you interested and taking somebody across here, because we're going to want to put down your elephant. If we can ever get the biodiversity for that, I think that's going to be difficult. Unless we no longer do... I guess we could go impala here. Yeah, I guess we have to just cut down the African wild dogs. It's a bit of a shame, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, get the impalas there. We get the gazelle and we get the guinea fowl, and that should hopefully get us enough biodiversity. Once we do all this, probably not. No, it's only 7. Do we just sack off the zebra? Maybe we just sack off the zebra, actually. The zebra's getting us food, but the elephants are better, to be quite honest. Yeah, I guess we could go... We go Impala there, we get the African wild dogs back just so we can get the extra money, because we did lose out quite a lot there. Yeah, we get the Impala. Guinea fat. Yep. We could do with just a little bit more space. Fortunately, we do have crevices, I suppose, so if we want to expand, I wasn't particularly thinking of using these expansions for these bits, but that's okay, I guess. Needs must. Thing is, we have just lost our tree, unless... No, we don't. We can come here. Come on. Babab. Nope. Monkey orange is a tree, so we are saved. Anybody else got a tree? Morala's actually better for us. It's a tree that doesn't cost biodiversity. No brainer. Absolute no brainer. That's what we're doing. So we want a little bit of extra savanna here. Oh, we don't have that much Eon. It's about to hit us. So, yeah, you're currently busy. We grab down a Marula. I need to level up the slot, which we can. Good stuff. Boom. I think we're about to do all this work and then we're not going to be able to put down this elephant, but we will see. We shall see. Okay, boom. That's done. Here comes the sludge incorporated. The sludge must flow. Oh, goodness me. Look at the devastation. You hate to see it. So, now we want to profit. It's produced 189 sludge from destroying food, biotic, and borders. Delicious. Reduces canned sludge, and as we can see, it's just destroyed everything. All of our work there is just done. But, never mind. The main thing is, we have also got our biotica or our biodiversity up enough that we can pop down the elephant here in this super slot, which is even better. Oh, look at it go. That's a whole lot of food there. A ridiculous amount of food for the huntress. So, good stuff. The sage, meanwhile, he's working away. He's making a whole boatload of money. Everything else isn't really doing much. It must be said. That's okay. Huntress wants to have more gold. I imagine she'll probably go out try and trade for a wee bit. Let's have a little think over here what we can do for the old villain. Monsieur le Villain. So... gold is a nice one. I wonder if we come over here with a sunstone. Maybe we can put some plants down here. Yeah, let's do that. What plants do we have? Tier 3s. Pomegranates. Interdest. Big is also good. So we got more animal slots there. That's annoying. Never mind. What can you do? So we want to pop down the sunstone here for the Jerboa and the sandcat. So that's nice. So it likes to be next to plants. Is it barren itself? It is not. Do you count as barren? No, you do not. You do count as barren though. Maybe a little bit of a shame, but we have to do that for in terms of adjacency. Never mind. You guys flowers? Yes. So we pop you there. And I think we just popped out a fig. Just increases biodiversity. Grand, grand, grand. Then we come over here. We go, we don't have any more upgrade charges. I'm not used to running out of them. Now do we go diamonds? Or do we go something else? We shall see. I think we do go diamonds. I think we upgrade this. pop down the diamond on the wealth slot. It's a pretty big one. Let's actually have a look at the gold anymore. No, it is not. The diamond is definitely more, so we go diamond. There we go. Gem King. Actually upgrade this slot as well. Oh, we could nearly have enough for this stuff as well. So, not quite at the moment. So you want me next to gems and predators. And you just like to have gold. And we're actually just fine when it comes to... You like to be next to animals, so we put the animal next to you. So we go... Either you count as barren. Nope, but we do have the sludge. The sludge has come. Look at the sludge coming. Ah, yes. I guess it's us trading the sludge. Oh dear. At least you're making some money, Mr. Sage. Or you should be, anyway. It does feel kind of bad in a little sense, because it's like all of your stuff here that you're trying to like get together is all just, you know, dying. But never mind. Especially because the fact that it's like we can't put down any more biodiversity stuff at the moment. But, you know, we shall deal. We shall deal. Let's pop you down. Can we put down the cat? I think we should be able to. Indeed we can. So let's just pop down the cat. Yes, there we go. Princely stone. Lovely turquoise. Now, do we have any other way of getting additional... Yeah, we could put down the carnelian. That's for sure, that's for sure. Still got a little bit of Eon left. Sage is kinda got nothing at the moment. Oh, that would be enough, but it's not quite. Topaz we already have, right? Yes, we do. And Jasper. I think we just pop down this red stone. That does get us enough to then get the gold. We pop down the gold, you should be fine. Go from here. Let's do that. And then we want to try and think about the miner town to make sure that he gets leveled up with what Eon we have left. Yeah, there we go. World Turner. Boom. You're getting a lot of money from that. Diamond also really good. So yeah, you're getting tons of money. Fantastic. Over here, you've got your stuff. Not the most prosperity in the world, because just, I think because you're not trading with everybody at the moment. It's usually better as well if you can get that on somebody else who's not the sludge guy, but... Or the food producer of the world, but never mind. Let's go to our drafts, see what we can get in the taiga. Over here, uranium. It's pretty big. Yeah, do we go uranium? That gives us sulfur and talc. Lignite. You also have yellow diamond. We go brown bear. Brown bear is good. Brown bear is very good. Depends how well we're doing for our science. Not doing that well. So yeah, I think we go uranium. I think we just go for taiga again, because what else do we have to spend our drafts on, really? We can't really use half the stuff. Gypsum is tempting. White birch is good. Sable is good. Arctic wolf is also good, but it's level 2. Don't have a reroll. If we had more birds, I'd take white birch, but we don't have many birds. Whereas this one gives us mandarin ducks and ptarmigans. It's not going to be very useful, so I think we just go the Arctic wolf. Sadly. Boom, boom. Good stuff. Alright, so we've got some upgrades again, which is also nice. We've got those crevices that we've just not really used, I think because of the sludge stuff. This might actually be our worst showing yet. We'll see how we do. It's not. I'm not feeling particularly happy with how things have actually kind of progressed after all is said and done. But I'm sure we'll be fine. This slot is level 1, so we can only put something level 1 next to it, which is going to be that carrot, because that's what we wanted to. Because you want to be next to at least one underground bioticum. So you shall be. In terms of biodiversity, we're doing pretty well here. Which is good. We have the wolf. With the whoosh. Now, as far as what you need, you want to have... So not enough biodiversity. You want to be next to lost or elements. You are an element. You are lost. So we pop the talc there. Should be the minerals. See how you do for money. You don't really do anything for money, unfortunately. Reach adjacent predator. Are you a predator? Yes, you are. Okay. Do we then upgrade this? We get rid of you and we pop... Yeah, I think we just upgrade all of these bits here. Shame that's now a plant, but can't do anything about that. So, pop you down there. So we go skunk. Or do we go wolf? We go wolf, because it's now gold booster. We go you there, we go skunk. You're happy now. Good stuff. We can go sulfur. There we go. Now, we don't quite have all the biodiversity that we want and or need, but you're now much happier. What do you want? We could give you blast furnace, which would immediately make things better. Or we can wait for the power plant. I think we wait for the power plant. Yeah, I think we go power plant, because we're going to get uranium down, and that's going to be pretty big. Let's purchase another thing here, so we'll get ourselves another mountain. And I don't think, can we... No, we can terraform you. Okay, cool. And hopefully this won't, if I remember right, this won't immediately infect all the tundra. We'll see. No, seems like we're okay. Good. That's what you like to see. Okay, so let's raise up this mountain here, because we're going to have... We don't necessarily have to have the uranium in that spot anymore. We can have that over here now. That's true. You like to be next to more predators. Do we have any more predators? We could put you next... Put a stoat down, I suppose, on this tier 3 slot. Just to help you out a wee bit. There we go. That does increase the biodiversity. We're running out of Eon to use, so we'll buy some up with our population. How do we get more biodiversity is the question. We get some nephrite. That's true, but you do like to be next to your dudes. We did... No, we didn't level these up, but we can do now. So, let us do that. Let's level you up. Inventing vegetable soup, how nice. So we do that, that's good. Lignite wants to be adjacent to things, so we'll pop you there. And you should be happy. Nice to see it, yep, so that's got you got the biodiversity down, that's also an energy thing as well. So, your best slot is actually, yeah, here. Good stuff. Okay, so that's you down, that's the biodiversity down. Very rugged, good stuff, you got lots of elements, yeah. And that should get you the science that you need. Cool, cool. Now, Mr. Sage, how do we get you some money? The Great White Shark is an option. Shipwreck is more likely, however. It depends what we can put down the ocean to give you more biodiversity is also going to be a huge problem. But what we can do is if we expand this out here, expand out the planet, because now we're suddenly switching here. We're going to think what ocean we can use. We also got to think about what we can place, how much even we're going to have. Luckily, with the way that the Sludge Corp works, we've got a lot of extra population, which is good. But we do need more money. I guess we could also go technology. That is also the other thing we can go, but we can see here that we can't, if we were to level something up, so let's say if we come over here and we level this up to level 3, we can only put things that don't have food as their main thing here. Finger coral seems pretty good though. Let's have a little think. We've got 35 Eon left in order to use. We've also got potential levels up. You know, I've never tried it before. I don't think it works. Let's see. Can I create a mountain? Yeah, mountain ocean kind of overlap. I thought so. I thought I'd just double check though. Because I've never tried it before. I've always thought, well, it's never going to work. And obviously it doesn't. So, right, finger coral here. I like the idea of getting even more mystery, because mystery's great. So let's put you down there. Boom. Lovely stuff. You'll have to see it. Now, You like other kinds of reefs. So we go turtle grass. We go parrotfish. You can eat all the coral. Boom, boom. Yeah, you like that. That's given us a whole bunch of stuff here. We've still got our distinct animals here. Can we... You're the suckerfish. If we level you up to level 3, and we go suckerfish again... Where do we want to do that there? We want shipwrecks. Yeah, so we want suckerfish there. And then we go shipwreck. Then we can level up next bit next to it, and we can go for that other bit, which is the false trumpet grounds, because all it wants is a plant next to it, and that's happy. There. I guess the thing about the suckerfish is there isn't actually any predators here at the moment. Now this shipwreck gives a lot of good stuff, and not only that, we can come over here, we can increase it by 150, or do we say, I actually think we go for the 40%, and a centipede can't target that. Ah, that's annoying. Can we buy something that lets me target that? No, that's only animals. That's animals. Annoying. There we go, though. Sage is now happy. He's got his full thing. We've got Sludge Corp. We are actually above 1,000 prosperity. Let's go. We're actually doing it. It's all thanks to the Sludge Corp and our canned sludge. Where are they? Are for our inventions or trade routes. Primitive tools. No, that's not it. Got slots there. Where's our canned sludge? There we go. Perfect. So because everybody's eating our canned sludge and we've destroyed the world, we get lots and lots of prosperity for it. Good stuff. Or at least some people are happy about it. Yes, so we've got distinct no outcomes, so we've got loads and loads of mystery. So yeah, I guess we do just use the scarab on you. Yeah. Use scarab on you, we get some more money out of you. I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously you're not an ocean animal, but you'll deal, you'll deal. Loads of extra stuff there. We can purchase ourselves another land upgrade, so we will. And we've got a little bit more stuff here, so we want to put down something. Finger coral does like to be put next to animals. Okay, you know what? We're actually going to come here. We're going to use our anomaly creator, I think. There we go. Create a little bit of an anomaly, which you always like. And then we're gonna pop down. So you want to be next to 3 bioticum types. You like to be next to 2 animals. So we'll pop you here so you're near the suckerfish. And then we'll pop you down here. You guys are going to come out and expand. You know what? I'll actually pay for it. So you guys come out. We get a little bit of extra stuff. Yeah, we could have definitely bought another thing and expanded by this point, but there's no point trying to start a new city while the entire world is just covered in sludge. So I suppose there's that. Let's have a little think as well what we could use our last little bit for. We can actually afford using technology of all things extra eon. So that is a possibility. And we do have not enough for another expansion charge. We have one more expansion charge. We could, I guess we could just put down that extra city now just for the little boost in prosperity it would give us. Especially I guess because this bit here is just completely, you know, unused. So yeah, if we just kind of expand that out, we can pop down another city and just do what we can for like our last bit of eon. So yeah, you're quite happy. You're next to 2, so you want to actually be next to an animal of all things. So what can we do with that? Well, see, this is the interesting thing. I guess we could put you next to a clownfish, and that would count. So yeah, let's do that. Because, yeah, you do that. You're now adjacent to these 3 different bioticums. Like so. Good stuff. You're pretty happy. We've expanded out the world. What do we have? To be fair, the diplomat could work. We'll pop you down here in this horrible bit of forest. We'll give ourselves one more eon, and that's all we're getting for the rest of the game. There's no way we're going to be able to afford anything more than that. But we'll see what we can do with the diplomat, because the diplomat might actually get a whole bunch of trading stuff to her. And that might help her, like, kind of expand out a little bit. We can also use, I mean, the very little stuff left we have. We can get one upgrade charge. We can just upgrade to the max here, see what we can do. Yeah, we'll get those guys to settle up. They should be trading in the meantime. So we've just polluted the whole world. Doesn't look very nice at all. You are ready to go. You just want prosperity. What could we give you that could give you the most prosperity right now? From a single thing that we can put down. Not spinel. Not amber. Basically nothing. Pretty much nothing. Because everything is either, you know, fruit, which we can't do. So like if we go here and we try and put down, say, like this blueberry, they can't live in polluted biomes, and that's kind of the issue that we have. Everything here produces food, because we are in a forest. So, you know what, I guess we just go, let's upgrade, we'll get the spinel down. Maybe, just maybe, or I mean, like, what is the thing? We've got 2 biodiversity, none of the animals are going to be useful for us, because the stoats won't be able to eat anything. In terms of the plants, the ash is 15. Our poor orange tree isn't going to be useful for anything, that's a shame. The spinel is actually the highest thing that we can just put down, so funnily enough that is the best thing to do, so we'll do that. This isn't going to be enough to get them too much, I don't think. Oh, well, actually no, I'm completely wrong, because we've got the minor emblem, so that is going to be pretty big. Yeah. So that is going to actually boost them up. Good, good, good. So, nothing really we can give you here, unfortunately. That'll help you. So, I'm afraid them's the breaks, kid. Eureka, yeah. Good on you. So be it. It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. But hey, what can you do? I think this has been a pretty good game, especially because I'm not very used to the Sludge Corp. We didn't really plan for it. Let's get our last couple of micros down. What we could use them for. I suppose putting them down on something like the uranium is probably a good idea. Over here, just get a little bit of extra prosperity. This can only be animals. This is additional food. We just don't really have anything that's good for buffing minerals, unfortunately. It's mostly animal buffing that we can do. I don't suppose there's much left in the savannah. No, there's not. No, there is not. African wild dogs. They will survive anything, apparently. Sand cats as well, not particularly useful. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame. Nothing's particularly useful. I guess we just go for the bejeweled beetles and just level up what we can. And that's it. Nothing more we can do. Nothing more we can do. We'll go fast forward as well, so we can get the last little bits of the trading stuff done. Still got a whole bunch of micros, just the one left, so let's put on the sulfur. Boom. There we go. A little bit extra wealth, a little bit more, hopefully some trading routes and such. That'll be good. Making sure as well that you're not sending out any traders. Don't think you are. Nope, you've got no inventions, you've got no trade routes. I believe that's us. And with that, it's time to conclude the planet. Sludge is now available across the world. Good job, Sludge Inc. And what a lovely world it is. Through the hard work of the Sludge Corp CEO. Maximum value has been created for Sludge Corp shareholders. So we've not only blown up an entire planet through nuclear war, we've also killed off an entire planet for some profits. But still, let's focus on the dividends, and the focus groups report a rise in happiness, which is always a good sign. Let's get Morgan Industries on the go. Right, and with that, planet's completed, and we've managed to complete a couple of achievements as well. Fantastic. So yes, the villain doing very well. Although he wasn't the leader of Sludge Corp, it was the Sage, so there you go. So yeah, from the session we managed to get a whole bunch of extra prosperity. We got nothing from our biomes because they were useless. We never really used our 3 apex that we got on our horizon because they were all kind of food based, so a little bit of a shame in that. But main thing is we got over 1,000 prosperity for the weekly challenge, so I think we can be happy with that. Managed to get a 3-star on every single one as well. So overall batting pretty high, I would say. And there we go. I think that's us done. And with that, that's another one, the Reus 2 weekly challenges. Hopefully you managed to do well at home yourself. And who knows, you've probably beaten me knowing how good I am at this game. But just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you appreciate what we do here on the channel, consider becoming a member of the Burger Band in order to get access to videos as soon as they're uploaded rather than when they're scheduled to come out, as well as a couple other benefits, and also helps out the channel, and we do really appreciate all the stuff that they do to help us out. But yeah, more importantly than that as well, just want to say thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you've been enjoying the series so far. Until next time, take care.